So I'm having one of those evenings where, despite testing everything beforehand, everything just decides to fail. Anyway, so I've been here rebooting everything, restarting everything, desperately trying to make things work for 10 minutes. But it's all good now. It's all working now, so it's okay. There we go. Now, where was I? It's a telephone. Better not use it. Once again, this would have been the perfect time to use it. Call for help. I love how despite saving everything, the sinister music doesn't cut off here. And it's still just as terrible a place to navigate as ever. So, the shadow liberated Saffron City, so I should be free to take on Sabrina next. Horrible. At least everyone seems happy again. Everyone can go outside. Stuff's not getting blocked off. It's the media action. Pokémon Trainer Fan Club. These places are always fun. Getting some fame checkers stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot. As you keep doing things in these games, Fan Club eventually starts filling up and they start talking about you. I wonder if I can become a really cool trainer someday. Maybe. I believe in you. Is that really everything? Okay. Interesting that this one's more a fan club for the trainers than the fan club for the Pokemon in Saffron. Wait, Vermilion. That's in Vermilion. I'm currently in Saffron. Ooh, hold on. Gotta count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 4. That might be enough. That might be enough money right there. It might be blowing all my money on coins so I don't have to go gambling. Because I don't like the slots. Yeah, I think that should be enough. I better go get that first. This is gonna be way better than Aurora Beam. Still didn't teach you fly yet, huh? I should probably do that. But anyway, first, onward to Celadon. I'm not really sure what I'll do after this. I had intended to play Yokai Watch, but that's gonna make my hardware explode. Yeah. I'm taking into consideration just doing an old school, like opening up a blog and making a screenshot let's play for it. I'm not giving up yet. Yeah, coins. I'm gonna have to look up which TM I'm going for. Maybe I can save beforehand, actually. Honestly, softer settings really fast. It might be less of a pain to do that. Oops. No, that's not the right increment. One more. I'm pretty sure the most expensive one's like 4,500. So no matter what, that should wait, no, go back in. Go over there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh no. Choices. Just normal, I think. Big smile! Ow. Let's see. Trainer card. Looks good. Now to see. Which one of these is right? No, not you. Should be this one. And the first one's got the hold items, the second one's got the Pokémon. Okay, the first one's Ice Beam, so what's the rest of this stuff? Iron Tail. Thunderbolt. Shadow Ball. Ooh, Shadow Ball. I don't think I've got anyone that could learn that, though. Flamethrower. It'd be kind of nice if I could get something for Dusty. Guaranteed hit with Shockwave is pretty good, but Thunderwave would just be a nice power boost. What am I doing? That's not gonna do me any good. How much money do I have left? Yeah, that's not gonna be enough for another TM. I better just go with Ice Beam for now. Yeah, Ice Beam. This will be a nice boost for Lila. I mean, I do also have Blizzard, but that 70 accuracy is just... that's too much. That's too much. Yeah. Aurora Beams are real pretty, but it's just... yeah, that's like a... it's like a power boost of, what, 30 whole points? Double that if you count Stab. There we go. I've been trying out Pokemon TCG Live. It's not a good UI. It's very painful. It's very painful to play and navigate. However, the fun I have when I actually get to a match, that helps make up for it. It's been a lot of fun. Kind of. The only non-fun part is the part... the... whatever the... what was it called? Battle box mode? I forget. I just started playing today. Anyway, it essentially gives you... it essentially puts you into a thing where you have to battle 5 times. Not necessarily in a row. You can dip out, come back, do as you please, but it gives you one of the pre-release sets and gives you cards, kind of like your... gives you a couple packs of cards to use that you can switch out with. It's very much like pre-release, but I keep getting Ampharos for some reason, and Ampharos was just the worst recent deck. It's bad. It's not good. It's extremely luck-based, more so than the other decks you can get, as to whether or not you can actually do anything, and... I got Ampharos for a IRL pre-release event too, so it's not good. What are the others? Delphox. Let's see, Zephyr. You're not gonna... I might take on the fighting dojo first. I think I'll do that first. Just get a little bit of extra experience before heading into the gym. all the other decks move way faster than it does and have some kind of cohesive ideas going on behind them. I mean, Ampharos does too. I think Ampharos has potential, just not in that format. The thing behind Ampharos is that it hits hard. It hits harder if you've got the same amount of cards in your hand as your opponent. But it can't attack twice in a row. So you're kind of having to go in heavy on card manipulation, either yours or your opponent's. And you really want cards that let you switch out either trainer or item cards. But of course, since this is a pre-release, you're limited to whatever starting deck you get and the packs of cards you get with it, so you're really not getting enough stuff. Plus, I think Mareep is the only one out of the things you can start with. No, it's gonna be two. It's just a very slow deck. And it doesn't contain any actual ramping. It's got cards that let you pull energy from the deck, but it doesn't have anything that lets you attach energy faster. The others were Delphox, which was really fast and lets you draw cards quickly. Gumi, which hit hard. And more than just hitting hard, it could hit repeatedly. And does just enough damage to knock out an Ampharos in one hit. What was the last one? Oh, and the other one's a Crobat deck, which focuses on poison and is also really fast. Ampharos has a bit of an advantage against that one, is providing you don't get knocked out when you're still a Mareep. But then it also comes just built in with things that punish you for making contact, either poison or damage. So you kind of got to be selective with when and where and what you're attacking. None of which that Ampharos deck is built for. So yeah, it's a fun idea, just not in that format. And I'm just not ready to take on Sabrina. I mean, technically my Pokemon might be ready, I don't know, Gen 1 Sabrina just leaves trauma. Yeah. It's kind of like Whitney. You never quite get over it. Thank you, though. Something disappointing that did happen, though. I'm realizing that Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei does not seem to exist in any official, easy-to-access capacity any longer. I kinda wanted to show that to someone, but it's not really easy right now. Yeah. That's a bit of a dark comedy. Sometimes I wonder about things that just disappear in official English capacities, if the same things happen in Japan, or like if the whole thing was just extremely niche everywhere, or if it still survives on over there. If people still remember it. I don't know. It's a bit hard to research. I know precisely enough Japanese to brute force my way through fancy imported Tamagotchis, but that's about it. I'm better at reading it than hearing it, but even that's not saying much. I do love a good Tamagotchi. I wish Bandai would bring out the... What are they? Which ones are they? They've made nanos with color screens. There have been other color screen ones before that have been released in the United States. There have been other nanos that have released in the United States. But as far as I know, Japan has yet to release any color screen nanos outside of Japan. A little bit disappointing. I think there's only been about 3 so far. Detective Conan. I mean, I guess that one kind of makes sense. A Hololive one. Why didn't we get that one over here? And, now it's a Precure one. I forget which show it's focusing on, though. Or if it's a mix. I'm not actually sure. I did recognize one mascot from it. I forget the Japanese name. I know it was the one that got localized over here as Glitter Force. Yeah. Bandai are cowards. On that note, though, if leaks... There have been a few leaks that came out within the last couple of months. If they are to be believed, new versions of the Tamagotchi Paradise should be releasing at some point this year. An Arctic Ocean-themed one and an island-themed one, I believe. And do I have every other version of the Paradise released so far? Yes, I do. Do I need any more Tamagotchi Paradise? No, I don't. But if they come out with more, will I be purchasing them? Yes. I adore these little things. This version was honestly a little bit contentious. Some people didn't like how these felt like they were going in a different direction than previous color Tamagotchis, but personally, I really like them. They feel like a continuation of the spirit of the ones from the 90s. They feel great. I like taking care of my little animal critters and watching them run around in the background, being cute. Plus, one of them introduced Radish Chi. Rush Radish Chi. There we go. The Chi on the end was throwing me off. That may be my new favorite Tamagotchi. As in the individual character. However, it does look a bit like Oddish. So, that might be biased there. I'm so glad Charlie got flamethrower. It's so good. We better take this thing out before it gets a chance to start kicking. I think rolling kick might have a higher than normal critical hit chance. I don't really want to combine that with focus energy. Here we go. Wing attack. Poor Hitmonchan. It really did suffer prior to the physical special split. That's okay, flamethrower. Freezing doesn't happen very often, so I always forget that using a fire-type move should defrost your Pokemon. Oh well. Okay. Hitmonlee. Hitmonchan. Really no reason to pick Hitmonchan at this point. At least with breeding, you've got access to everything eventually. You can be... What's a good name for you? What is a good name? Time to consult YouTube comments. At times like this, I just open the YouTube comments and scroll down until I find something that looks good. Nothing's really doing it today. That's disappointing. Wait, here we go. You can be Michael. The YouTube algorithm dictates it. Enemies on every side. Okay. Now I can heal up. Let's see. I was trying to think if her levels were more or less where Koga's were. Yeah. I want to say she's high 30s to low 40s. That sounds about right. Yeah, that's fair. Personally, I really love them. Oddly enough, there's only been a single Pokemon crossover. It was an Eevee, which makes sense, but why haven't there been more Pokemon crossovers? That would have been perfect, really. They are really great. I'm not sure why there haven't really been any Pokemon Tamagotchi ripoffs, though, either in terms of gameplay or little devices you take with you. Like, these things just seem like they would go together. I think the closest that ever happened was a Japanese-only Pokemon mini game, where you take care of one of the Hoenn starters. It's just feels weird. Oh well. With Pokopia doing so well, I'm kind of hoping to see more games that focus on things other than just battling. I mean, I like the battling too. But sometimes it's fun to explore other aspects of the Pokemon world. 78, 86, 54. Okay, how are my healing items looking? I think of that one short, Pikachu's Vacation. I think that went along with the first movie. Well, first, the music is still stuck in my head, but other than that, it was just... I remember it being really fun to see what the Pokemon did when they weren't battling with each other. When they were just having a good time. And honestly, I'd really like to get something like contests again. Or the Pokeathlon. I like it when there's side stuff that kind of explores those types of things. I'm gonna go grab some more lemonades. I really did love the contests in particular, though. I had one Zangoose on a Gen 3... Yeah. She was from Ruby. I got every available ribbon for her from those Gen 3 games. I think I may have gotten one from... I feel like I got one from Coliseum. And then I got the Emerald Battle Frontier ribbons on her. At least some of them. And then when I maxed out what was available there, I traded her up to 4th gen. And then I went and got all the contest ribbons there too. And a lot of the others. Like that super expensive resort ribbon. I saved and maxed out my money in game just for that. Good times. So yeah, I like it when there's a lot of side content. I like it when there's stuff to explore even after the main game's finished. Yeah, that could be fun. I can see that being fun. I'd really like to get more games based off stuff like Viva Pinata. Viva Pinata was ahead of its time. It would have been... It would have just waited a bit longer to come out, and I think we'd still be getting games today. But all of those were a ton of fun. I'd love to see them released on the Switch or something. Even just the ones that we've already got. Even if it's nothing new. They were good. Now, where to go next? Stocked up. Should be good. Should be good now. Stocked up on healing items. Yeah. Should be good to head towards the gym now. I would have picked up a Pokédoll for the Mimic girl. But she's a move tutor here, I think. She doesn't just hand over TM. There's not really a point in doing that. Unless you've got something you want to teach. I don't remember if any of these guys had fame checker dialogue or not. But I feel like someone probably does. And that means I'm just going to have to battle everybody. Or come back with a guide or something later, but these guys are also good experience. So I don't mind battling along the way. And easy enough for Dusty to take out. Go, Dusty! Slow, bro. See how this one goes. Shockwave. Yep, just a little bit bulkier. Just bulky enough to cause trouble. Stripe pen missing. One more. There we go. I would have been disappointed if it had stopped short. Down and out. Not a whole lot of money though. Oh well. Okay, what do you got? Does our unseen power scare you? Not really. Kadabra. Let's try Pin Missile. Hi, Red Fox. Yeah, they don't. You'd think they'd manage to make more. That's a little disappointing. I guess gym trainers aren't paid very well. It seems like this would be one of the gyms that would pay their trainers pretty well. This is a big city, big enough to have a gym and a pseudo gym. But, you know, maybe they burned all their money building all these warp pads. I don't know. Yeah. Annoying. Magical Leaf. That's a pretty move. Not that many things learn it, so I kind of forget about it, but I'm pretty sure it's another one of those guaranteed hit moves. Red Fox, did you get either, if you're still in here, did you get either FireRed or Leaf Green? Yeah, that makes sense. I hadn't thought about that. Well, I need you to get either FireRed or Leaf Green, and I need you to help me trade Dave Jr. so he can evolve and reach his full potential as a golem. Yeah, I ended up getting both, so you can get whichever you prefer. As long as you'll help me trade Dave Jr. Yep. Not very much money at all. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know if it was confirmed. I don't know where this came from, so I don't know if it's real or not, but I read that Sabrina was originally intended to be the grass-type gem later. Or... I don't know. There were a couple theories squished together. Or that, her gem was originally supposed to be in, Hold on. I can do this. I can remember. I read that her gem was originally supposed to be where Koga's gem is. Which is why she's got a whip. Because, you know, Safari's own. And why she's got the, she the one with the marsh badge? I forget. Yeah. I think this one was deconfirmed, but I did also read that it was speculated that Erica was originally supposed to be a ghost or the psychic trainer. And that it was like her Pokemon controlling her corpse because of the way her clothing was folded. I do believe that was disproven, and that was fixed after the original games. Yeah. The manga got really wild sometimes. Yeah. That was really fun to see sometimes. Like, half these people are evil, and there's zombies, and Pokemon getting cut in half. People getting skewered by giant mythical dragons. It was incredible. There was a lot of cool stuff in it, and I can't say I haven't taken inspiration from that kind of stuff when coming up with Nuzlocke comic ideas. I have yet to make it into fruition, but maybe will someday. Why did I do that? The return's not gonna work. Blame. Yeah. I think that's canon everywhere except maybe the anime, I'm not sure. Blaine was kind of odd in that one. I didn't like the implications in the anime that there were trainers that just pushed their Pokemon until they fell into the volcano and died. I didn't like the idea that this has happened before. Yeah, I enjoyed how different the manga gets from anything else. Oh, and then I guess I gotta specify which manga. There were several of them, weren't there? I liked that one version of the manga where it followed Red and his Pikachu and this really weird Clefairy. And the Pokemon could freely evolve and devolve. It was very odd. I appreciated it just for how different it was from everything else, though. Yeah. Adventures is the best. It's still the longest running one. Electric Tail of Pikachu has its own merits too, though. I just like seeing different interpretations of the same thing. They're different people's eyes. I guess it's part of why I like fanfiction so much. But yeah, the Pokemon anime is different from the games, is different from the manga. But they're like following the same thing, loosely. It's all a lot of fun. Wait, this is this where I started? No. There we go. Oh well. At least these guys have been pretty good experience so far. Should hopefully be sitting good by the time I get to Sabrina. And this should hopefully be less annoying than the Koga battle was. Amnesia. That'd be great if I was using special moves. I'm just brute forcing my way through this. I don't think his mana should do any damage at all. That's impressive, but I'll take it. I'll always take it. The simpler, the better. Let's see. Hold on, wait. Down here, maybe? This is the most annoying one. I can never quite remember. It feels... I guess it makes sense that all the teleporting stuff would be relegated to Saffron. But it's still annoying to do this right after the self-building that's also full of these. Let's see. Okay, now I'm back at the start. I don't know, I'm lost. Wait, hold on. Maybe. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm horribly lost. Hold on, I can do this. I'm back at the start again. Okay, let me slow down. Let me actually think about this. No. Yes, oh. No, I definitely knew exactly what I was doing. Yep. I was just testing you. I don't know. I can never remember. I can never hold this one in my head. I can't remember. There's too much. Oh. Red Vox, do note. They changed the softer set pattern. Now you just have to press all the buttons, A, B, X, Y, all together if you want to soft reset it, so be careful. Because if you start smashing them really fast while you're trying to catch something, because that definitely helps. That definitely helps. You're gonna soft reset your game and lose all your progress because you forgot to save. Not that I'm speaking out of experience or anything. Yeah. The power of friendship. Now let me see, Mr. Mime. I'll have to map it out at some point and check that. I remember there was some trick for remembering it, how to get there easily, but... Yeah. I'm pretty sure that is possible. It does sound right. After I finish up tonight, I'll have to map that out. Here we go. Venomoth. See, Venomoth would also make more sense if she'd been near the Safari Zone. I mean, I guess it's here because there's not really that many Pierce. No, there really are plenty of things they could have chosen that weren't Venomoth. That would have made more sense. Not pure psychics, but there's like a million different ones in this game. Do I go for paralysis? Nah. Secret power. I'll see if I can get off of paralysis. She might just end up healing it up. Uh-oh. That's not great. You were supposed to be the one. This might be bad. This might be bad. The future. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Let me look at stats right quick. Okay, your attack is 79, your attack is 62. Not quite double. And wing attack has a power of 60, right? I think it does. But that should be more like a power of 90 after stab. Maybe I should have taught you fly after all. Let's try wing attack. This might get really bad. This might get really bad. Okay, she's going to heal up. She's going to heal up. So, I should... I'm worried about how much damage Future Sight's going to do. Yeah, it is one of the fastest psychic types. This will give me an idea of how much damage Future Sight's going to do. Okay. It might have, that might have been okay not to heal, but I didn't know, so. Maybe smokescreen. I'm in real trouble if she manages to get a critical hit off, but That's a good thing I didn't get rid of smokescreen. Future Sight. Okay, I've at least got a better idea of how much damage that does now. Secret power. Uh-oh. Okay, I really gotta stop it from doing that. I don't want that. Oh no. That one actually hurt. Goodbye, Charlie. Okay. F and chat. F to mourn. Okay. Come on. What? Everything is terrible. This is why that thumbnail looks so sad. Oh no. This is actually really bad. This is not good. I thought he'd be bulky enough. I gotta think. Not you. It's up to Dusty now, I guess. Yeah. I forgot about Calm Mind. Okay. I don't think there's a way out of this without at least one other Pokemon going down. Yeah, I'm going to have to try it. Come on. Come on. No. You had one job. Okay, well, here goes half the team. I guess I wanted to go and get the rest of the badges tonight, but tonight might just be, you know, if everyone else doesn't also die, tonight may just be rebuilding the team. Okay, future sight, good. Well, you know, these things happen. Yeah, Marsh Badge. Marsh Badge would have made sense in the Safari Zone. That whip would have made sense in the Safari Zone. Everything is terrible. Okay. That's okay. I've come back from worse. That's okay. I expected at least one person, one Pokemon, one team member to go down against. I just didn't know that was going to wipe out half my team. Well, suddenly I've got room for a Zapdos, it looks like. Suddenly it looks like I've need of both an electric and a flying type, so looks like I'm gonna go use that Master Ball on a Zapdos. Okay. That was all terrible. Ouch. That's okay. I can come back from this. We can come back. Maybe not stronger. I don't know if there's any other fire types I can catch. Huh. Okay. That's not very accurate. 30. I might be having to pull stuff that's at least somewhat high level. Just act as filler. Oh dear goodness. Okay, so I took out my flying types. I took out my fire type. I took out my electric type. I can get electric and flying type coverage back if I go and catch Zapdos. I can see if I can get any other fire types. I can bring Dionysus with me. Ouch. Oh well. These things happen. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Moltres. Yeah. Moltres is on the islands. Moltres is at the volcano. Moltres may be post-game, I can't remember. Because they moved its location to the volcano since there's an actual proper volcano for it now. What a pain. I gotta grab something else with fly. I gotta grab some... Do I have anything else I can teach? That I can teach fly? I gotta have something else in here. No. I was trying to go for a Ditto and I didn't get a Ditto. What did I get out of the lab? Did I end up accidentally defeating it? I can't remember. I just remember the lab was disappointing. Yeah. It's not in Victory Road anymore. It's at the, it's at the islands you get access to. Well, you get access to some of the islands right after defeating Blaine. You get access to the first 3 of the Sevi Islands. I just can't remember if you can actually access Moltres until post-game or not. Because there might have been extra stuff you had to do to get to it. Yeah, the Sevi Islands. Which are not so named because there are 7 of them, but because they were created in 7 days. Or something like that anyway. I don't know how much stock to put in these old stories, but these old stories in the Pokemon world usually are correct. So, power plant. Okay. I can probably catch a fire type on 1 island. Rare Pokemon. Urban rough terrain. Mountain. Yeah, I thought it was just Straticate. I didn't remember seeing any Ditto. It was not fruitful. Yeah, Pharaoh's good too. I just kind of prefer... I kind of prefer Pidgeot just because it's a bit bulkier, but a lot of good that did me. Tamaki. But Firo does get stronger actual flying type moves like Drill Peck, so... what was I actually looking for? No, back up. I need to see what fire types I can get. Was I able to catch Ponyta area unknown? Revive the Amber. Oh, yeah. I could also do that. That's another good option. There are a lot of good options here. I might go ahead and grab the Amber anyway. Because why not? I'll just gather everything and then I'll look at the pros and cons. Mostly it'll have to do with team composition, I suppose. Come on, Mimsy. Might have to make a chart out of this at some point. Just mark what I'm short on. And what I got too much of. Yeah, the whole reason I hadn't grabbed the Amber yet was because I already had 2 flying types on my team, but that's no longer a problem, so... Over here. Yeah, cut it. Cut it down. So I'll go ahead and revive this, and then I'll see what level it comes out as. Because I'd like to avoid a whole lot of grinding. Just to not bring things to a complete standstill. Oh, seismic toss. Nah. Here we go. Probably 30. Yeah, I feel like it differs a little bit between every game. If it comes out at like 5... I can't do that right now. I can't. I'd have to wait until I got the daycare maybe and then dump it in there. I'd feel a little bit bad about that. Surely it's gotta be terrorizing the other daycare residents, but you know. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made in the name of raising Pokemon. Yeah, maybe. I think in some of the games they come out at level 5 though, like an egg. Which makes sense. No, neither of you. Last room then. Oh, last time I learned incidentally. Dave Jr., Graveler, was the only Pokemon on my team that could learn Metronome. I guess that's because he's the only one with hands. Oh wait, no, not the Dome Fossil. No, that was close. Amber Fossil. Yeah. Yes, please. Handed it over to the weirdo. Here we go. Let's go. Wait. I've been gone for 2 seconds. That's a good name for an Aerodactyl. What's a good name for an Aerodactyl? I don't know if I should go with something that sounds tough or something that sounds cute because it's funny. You can be Jamie. Odium. I'll take that into consideration. Maybe I'll save that for Zapdos. Okay, do I need anything? Do I? Let me check and make sure I've got repels. I need those. That's kind of the most important thing here. Repel. Okay, I got plenty of repels. Then where did I enter from? Yeah, like the Pokemon Center above Rock Tunnel should be good. You know, I forgot to look and see what level. Let me see what level. Okay, okay. Oh no! Hold on, I can fix this. I can fix this. I use a stream deck and I've got stuff set to the dials. I've got the zoom set to a dial. The only problem is it's also a touch screen a little bit, so when I accidentally touch it, it resets it back to the base zoom level. Well, that's a pretty cool name, and this thing's only level 5, so I think I may reserve that name for Zapdos. I think it was higher level in the original games. Yeah, it's kind of like... I mean, it's bringing back a brand new Pokemon, so I guess it kind of makes sense, but... What am I supposed to do with it at this point? I don't got that much grinding in me right now. And that's okay, I got a Master Ball. I don't know if I should... I'll be honest, I'm not going for 100% dex completion here. The only other thing I'd want to use that Master Ball for is the roaming legendary. Everything else can kind of be brute forced through. So, I think I can go ahead and use it for Zapdos. I don't really feel like battling this guy. I guess I might as well while I'm here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were higher level in the original games. Something like 20 or 30. Not 5. I think I'd be okay just because of Dave Jr., but at the same time, I don't want to risk it. I'm pretty sure the only damaging move that it would have that could hit Dave Jr. would be maybe Drill Peck, but he'd be extra resistant to that. On the other hand, I don't feel like taking that risk and wasting resources and time. And I'm still gonna have to get Dionysus trained up. Rock Blast. What's the accuracy? 25. 90. Nah. Yeah, stop relying on Rock Blast. You're gonna keep Rock Slide. I already used up a move tutor on that. You're keeping that move. Headbutt. I guess it's a good thing I went ahead and made the effort to catch Snorlax. Not like Lickitung. It's so weird looking. Yet I like it. It's nice and smooth. No pointy ends. Just very smooth. More rare Pokemon at home, do you? Okay. Repel. I don't think the Pokemon here should be high enough level that they're gonna break through a repel. I hope not. But I better not. Yeah, better skip over the item balls. Nothing in here is gonna be good enough that it's gonna be worth risking an Electrode instead of a Zapdos. I can come back through afterwards. They'll be good fodder for Dave Jr. Their self-destructs won't be able to take him out. Nope. This way. Up here? Nope. Over here? Nope. Be careful. Repel. Okay. Let me see. There we go. Level 50. No training necessary for you. There we go. Pretty. I liked it when Pokeballs all had different sparklies. There we go. Crackling and snapping sounds. Horrifying. Okay, how did you spell that? Ro... Yeah. There we go. Good. Here we go. I'll keep burning through some of these repels. The thing I'm gonna care the most about is the Electrodes. And the items. Whatever they turn out to be. Electrode? Yep. Yeah, I don't think they should be high in level 34. I don't think that should be a threat to Dave Jr. Watch me be terribly wrong. Nope. Okay. We can probably get him at least one more level in here. Here we go. No. Thunderstone. Nice. I don't think I'll be needing another one though. Not after Dusty. Paralyze, yellow, escape rope. Repel! There's the repels. Keep working my way through here. Electrode. Thunder. Nice. Oh well, I guess it's good. I wasn't able to save up for a Thunderbolt TM after all. I would have been really disappointed if I'd used it. Just to have Dusty die. Electrode. Here we go. Magnitude. Yep, there we go. Spark. No damage here. I don't know if Magnitude 5's gonna do it. No. Flat damage. Here we go. 728. Okay. Yeah, I think this should be at least one more level for Dave Jr. once it's all done with. TM17 Protect. Pretty good. Okay. An elixir. Huh. I would have expected at least one of those to be an electrode. Oh well. Feels weird to want the electrode more than the items. Max potion. Not bad. Okay. Was that it? Close enough. Okay. So I've still got room for one more thing. I'm thinking I might be able to catch something more interesting once I take on Blaine. Because defeating him should trigger the island cutscene with Bill, where you go and do the first little stretch of the islands, the first 3 islands. I can hopefully get something more interesting there. Switch you. Switch you. Oh, damn. Okay. Gotta teach you fly. I'm not walking everywhere on foot like a peasant. Not anymore. Not now that I've got fly. This is tough. This is a little bit tough. Huh. I could leave you with detect. It's honestly probably fast enough. It's not like the move tutor doesn't exist in this game, even if it's a bit of a pain to utilize. It'll be fine. Now, where's that? Thunder. Now, how much money do I have? I don't think I'm gonna have nearly enough. No. That's not gonna be nearly enough to buy a Thunderbolt TM. I guess I better go ahead and use the Thunder TM. Because I'm not gonna have nearly enough to buy a Thunderbolt. Yeah. Get rid of Thunderwave. There we go. Now, break. I'm debating if I want to keep Snorlax with its current rest setup, or if I want to change that up. I kind of feel like Snore isn't going to do enough damage. And using rest would be burning a turn anyway, when I could just be using like a hyper potion or something. It's probably better. Since I'm playing in a format where I can just use items, it's probably better just to teach it some stronger stuff. I may leave it with Yawn though, that's pretty useful actually. Okay, you're gonna forget Snore. And what else are you gonna forget? What else are you gonna forget? What else are you gonna learn? Solar Beam? Can you learn Solar Beam? Probably not. Oh, you can. Huh. Okay. I mean, I guess it's not that much different then. Getting lost in thought here. Sunny day. Could teach that to Zephyr. And I could... So many options. Too many options. Since I've used Giga Drain, I kind of don't want to make it forget Giga Drain because I've already used up the TM for it. Reflect, double team. We can learn double team. The idea of a Snorlax using double team is horrifying. Kinda like that Z move where it finally gets to stand up and run. Absolutely terrifying. Blizzard. Yeah, I forgot normal types can learn so many different types of moves. Oh, I could teach it strength. How much extra power is that going to be? Is that going to be enough to be worth it? I don't know. I don't know. Since Dave Jr. already knows strength. I could get a Hyper Beam. I could get a Hyper Beam. It might actually be worth sticking on a Snorlax. Just as kind of like a final desperate move. Beef rest. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Why not? Kind of like a just-in-case thing there. Let me go do that right quick. That's just on the first floor. That's just on the first floor of the shopping center, so it should be okay. Not too hard to get to. Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam. Or Hyper Beam, Dig, Brick Break, Secret Power. Yeah, Hyper Beam. There we go. It doesn't seem good to teach it to something that's not a normal type. That missed turn afterwards is punishing. But it feels like it should be enough power when attached to a normal type. Might actually be worth it as a just-in-case thing. Forget rest. Can Snorlax just learn Belly Drum? I don't think it can it? That's a pure breeding thing, isn't it? Belly Drum Snorlax is terrifying. Yeah. Okay. Should be ready now. Should be ready more or less. I guess I could do... I guess I could head out towards the right and do a little bit more training. Just a little. Just considering how that last bit went. Then again. I'll see how high level the stuff is out here. I'll see where the trainers are at out here, if it seems worth it. Body slam at 33. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, body slam's got a chance to paralyze. Headbutt's got a chance to make the opponent flinch, but that kind of hinges on Snorlax moving first, and unless Snorlax is out leveling the opponent severely, that's not happening. The chance to paralyze and body slam's way better. Hey, you know, I don't think I did that yet either. I think I avoided that. Because I was terrified of running into a Dugtrio. When I wasn't ready for it. That does help. Thank you, both of you. Yeah, I'm gonna try beating up Blaine, and I'm gonna see if I can get a fire type off of one of the islands, and then if I can't, I think I'll save Dugtrio as a backup for that. And then hope I don't lose anyone in the meantime. That's why I'm raising Lila up a little bit more right now. Things are kind of gonna hinge on her and Dave Jr. But this area is very clearly not gonna be good for training Dave Jr. at. Oof. Here we go. Yeah, it's far enough in the game that more people are having actually fully evolved Pokemon, so it's a lot easier to gain experience like that. Come on. Oh, there we go. Staryu. Oops. Oh well. That hit hard enough. Secret power. Pretty good. Last move that Lila should learn should be Spike Cannon. I don't know if she really needs Spike Cannon. I don't think that's gonna be better than Secret Power. Zephyr should still learn Petal Dance, I think. Dave Jr. I'm not sure about. Best thing that Dave Jr. is gonna get. Best things that Dave Jr. will get are coming from TMs anyway. Or move tutors. Rock Slide and Earthquake eventually. My boyfriend gave me some big pearls. Why is it always the swimmers that are like this? Oh yeah, she's another one of the... I believe after battle, she speculates if she puts her boyfriend's pearls inside her shelter, if they'll get bigger. It's always the swimmers for some reason, I don't know why. The swimmers in that single couple. They knew what they were doing. There's no other reason to give a couple an Onyx and a Cloyster. That's just such a random combination otherwise. You'd never arrive at it if you weren't planning on this specifically. I wonder if it's wrong to make Lila beat up all these little shelter. Something doesn't feel right. Oh well. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. If we can stop using Protect. No, stop it. Good, good. 40. I'll actually switch out. I'll send out Dionysus here. I was trying to think if there were really any areas that were good for grinding. Honestly, the best is probably... The place that's gonna have the most is probably at the top of the cycling road. Just because it's got that big group of trainers all standing together. You can just hit them with the VS Seeker over and over and then quickly charge it up again because I'm on cycling road. Cycling road, whatever. That just may end up being the best. Break. Come on. Hyper beam. Yeah. Oh. Cool. It does like the screeching aura it had in Gen 1 though. Oh, I was so upset by the lack of aura that I didn't even notice Cloyster still had a sliver of HP left. Come on. Snorlax, I've invested TMs in you. You can't be getting bested by a Cloyster now. You know, I think the PC system might be down when I first get to the islands. I better go ahead and deposit Mimsy, I think. At least I think it's the PC systems. Maybe it's just the trading system that's down. I forget. Something's down. I don't think I encounter anything I really need cut for there anyway, just strength. So I'll go ahead and put that up. Okay. Already challenged the trainers here. Worst comes to worst. I guess Zapdos is back up. Well, I seem to remember this being pretty easy as long as you've got literally any water type with Surf. Save. Save before something terrible happens. And burn heal. I've got something. I think I've got full heals. Intimidate. That's okay. Here we go. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. That's good. That's a good start. Ponyta. That shouldn't be any harder. The only thing I'm mildly worried about is Arcanine. But yeah, with Zapdos, I don't think it should be too much trouble. If it comes to that. I'm hoping it won't. I'm hoping Lila can just continue what she's doing. Fire Blast. I'm not having a good time right now. Nothing else has been this bad. It's been an hour and 35 minutes. All the other hours I've spent in this game, nothing has been as bad as this. This is... There goes Ice Beam. There goes my surfing Pokemon. Okay, Okay. Let's try drill peck. Fire blast hitting twice in a row. That's great. That's really great. But it's okay. It's okay. So now, I'm gonna need a new surfer. Yeah, I was... Once again, I misjudged how bulky it was. I thought it would be able to take that, but... let me see what move you're gonna start with. Okay, you're also using Fire Blast. Drill peck. Sorry, Red Fox. Well, feel free to stick around here until you fall asleep. I'm gonna hit a point at some point where it's just going to be mostly grinding. Maybe that'll put you to sleep. Okay. Well, at least it made it through a critical hit. Good to know that. Good to know that. I've got so very little of my original team left. Come on. Critical hit twice in a row. Why? Okay. What a pain. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try Thunder. Lane's having great luck with getting... There we go. Lane was having great luck with getting Fire Blast to hit. Yeah. Once again, it seems I misjudged how bulky things were, and Milo went down. I thought the extra level would be enough. I was terribly wrong. Yeah. Charmeleon would be ideal for that. Ideal for teaching Fire Blast. If I had one. Everything's terrible. That's okay. I'm about to get to the islands. I think it forces me there after I exit the gym. And I think the computer system might not be working, so I'm just gonna have to... So if that's the case, if I'm right about that, I'm just gonna have to lug around Lila's corpse. That just got really dark. Sure, I'll go with you. I don't actually know what happens if I hit Noah. I don't know if he would just wait there, or if I'd have to go looking for him somewhere else. Probably in Vermilion, but I don't feel like doing that. Okay, let's go see your friend. And then let me go catch some new Pokemon, please. How's the computer coming? I gotta get you a Ruby and I gotta get you a Sapphire. Okay. Too remote out here. Okay. Gotta do a favor. 2 Island. Running the game corner. Rare rocks. Yeah. Gotta go rescue a little girl from... Hypno. Try pass. Yeah. Hypno's me and a creepy stalker gotta go rescue a small girl. In the woods. Yeah, PC services aren't available. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm taking that into consideration. Let me see. Bellsprout, Rapidash, Ponyta. Okay. Yeah. That might be the best bet. Sinnoh all over again. It comes down to Rapidash. Oh, wait. I gotta check the books. I can't remember if it's on the islands where you start being able to find books about famous people or the fame checker. I can't remember. Or if that doesn't start happening until post-game. But I still feel like I better check all the books just in case. Gotta check all the bookcases. I'm considering playing Nexomon Extinction next. Not fully decided though. I never actually finished that, though I do remember liking what I played. It's one of those games that's rather meta and self-referential. So, your mileage may vary on whether you enjoy that or not, but I find it incredibly funny. I like going into... I like invading random NPCs' houses. I don't think I can actually catch Pokemon out here. I like invading random NPCs' houses and then getting... Oh, I can. And then getting kicked out because I'm a nobody and they've got no idea who I am. No! You're just making fun of me now. I didn't catch something. It's a horsey. Sea biscuit. Okay, well, at least I know I can catch stuff out here. You know, actually, maybe I don't want to catch a water Pokemon. I should probably stop doing that. I need to save this slot for something I don't have yet. And we've got a water-type Pokemon, even if I can't deposit it, because... I'm just gonna have to go up. Go up. I should still have plenty of regular repels. Yeah, 10. That should be enough. Going to skip battles until I see what I catch. Then come back down here and reevaluate after the fact. No, I better keep that. I better keep that as... I better keep Zapdos in front right now so I can... Gotta time this good. I timed that terribly. That means Zapdos is gonna make short work of these guys. But still... Rough tonight. More losses here than in any of the rest of the game put together so far. I feel like that doesn't bode well for the Elite Four. Just have to do a little bit of extra grinding. It'll be okay. No. Every morning before breakfast, I swim around this island. That sounds terrible on an empty stomach. Drill pick. Here we go. Not choke. Should be the hot springs next. I forget if I actually get anything in there. Maybe waterfall. I might get the waterfall HM around here. I can't really remember. Ember Spa. I wish more locations had actual names. I also really like little side areas like this. Is it super important to have a hot spring here to heal in? No. But is it a lot of fun? Yes. Nice and flavorful. You, what do you gotta say? Is that waterfall? I think that's... Oh. Rock smash. Well, now I've got rock smash. I know I got some kind of HM here. I thought it was waterfall. That's okay. Kindle Road. Better use repel. Before I start moving, though. There we go. Dodging all these trainers. One more. There we go. Okay. Can you imagine? Eruption. Explosion. No, I don't really really want anyone to explode. Okay. Does my town map work right out of the bat here, or did I have to upgrade it somehow? I can't remember. Let me try using it. Okay, it works. So I think I should be able to catch Ponyta up here. Maybe a Rapidash if I'm lucky. There we go. Okay. Hopefully this is high enough. There we go, Ponyta. Good, good. Level 30. Wish it was a little bit higher. But level 30 is still better than level 5. I can live with it. I can live with this. Fire spin. That's okay. Yawn. Okay. I got worried there for a second. But relatively low at HP. Okay, come on, come on. Work, 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 work. Okay, there we go, there we go. I guess I'll be using... You can be... What's a good name for a Ponyta? Let me think. Let me think here. Good name for a Ponyta. Good name for a Ponyta. Yeah, that's a good name. That's a good name. Thank you. I'm hitting the point where I've already used up a lot of names, so I'm having to think if I've used things before. Sleepy. And then, even if I haven't used it before, does it sound dumb? Or does it sound good? At least Fire Blast is slightly more accurate. I thought it was also a base of 70, but it looks like it's 85. I guess that's why I kept landing in Blaine's gym. Well, you can have this, and may you live to be a Rapidash. Maybe you can also have Double Team. Just in case. Okay. And that seems like good moves for a Ponyta. So Dionysus and Israel should be good for... They should be good for a little bit of grinding now. And come back here and start battling my way through these trainers. But heal up first. Healing is the most important. Okay, just one gem badge left after this, the Earth badge. However, I really would like to... What would I like to do? Let me see. This is Treasure Beach. Do I look around? Do I look around? Do I look around in the grass, or... Maybe I better try fishing. Maybe I'll see if I can catch something else in the water around here. Or a horsey. That's not doing me any good. I've already had a horsey. There we go. Do I have an item finder? I didn't get the item finder, did I? I don't think I did. I forget what determines how things wash up on the beach, because it's not time passing. Maybe it's steps. Maybe it's steps taken. Because these games didn't have the same internal clock constantly running. Stop. They didn't have the thing like Ruby and Sapphire did. Which was a little bit disappointing. All wrapped up. Fire spit. Come on. Okay. Why? Is it gonna be... Nope, it's still wrapped up. Still wrapped up. Do I have a full restore with me? That would be helpful right now. 1 full restore. Okay, I'll go ahead and use it. I don't want to be poisoned. I don't want to have all this damage. Gonna catch this Tangela. I like Tangela. I don't really use it, but I like it. Like, what's under all those vines? Where to get those shoes? What is this? I already know what this one's gonna name. Yeah. I already know what this one's gonna be named. Freed from bind, finally. Switch out for Dionysus. And use Yawn. Maybe a little bit of a status condition will help soften it up a bit. I don't actually know. I'm assuming it stops the fire spin if I've switched it. Yeah. Huh. There we go. Game audio should be back. And yeah. It's fun to think that it was a little Tangela that became a professor. I really liked all the personality that Pokopia gave to the Pokemon. Yeah, the audio got muted somehow, the game audio. I'm not exactly sure how that happened. I think I might have accidentally brushed up against this Stream Deck yet again. I've got that game audio also set to a dial, so I can easily edit it. But once again, it mutes if I tap it, so... Come on. I'd really like to catch it in a great bottle. The color's just too good. The color matching's too good. Blue and red. But Tangela get nicknamed Crinkles. Come on, so close. It's because in one of the games, one of the early games, it was nicknamed Crinkles, and I just thought that was a great name for a Tangela. I don't know why. And from then on, every Tangela has been nicknamed Crinkles. There we go. And Tangle's anything that gets close. Yeah, I got to experience that firsthand. There we go. Now... That was still a water type trainer up there. I think. I'm assuming it's a trainer. Not gonna risk a trial on a water type trainer. But Dionysus shouldn't have any trouble. I hope. Yep, here we go. Seal. I like Seal. It's so dumb looking. It's not as good as Spiel. I think Spiel is basically perfect. Very round, very friendly, very friend-shaped. It's also one of those Pokemon that may have actually been improved by moving to 3D, instead of made worse. Headbutt. One more, one more. You know. Do I switch out? Do I keep going? I'm worried what's going to happen is I'm going to wear it down, it's going to wake up, and then it's just going to go right back to sleep. Worst case scenario, I just switch back out. I just switch out to Zapdos. But I'll give Dionysus the chance to be able to do it first, because... Yes, there we go. There we go. He and Israel need the experience the most right now, so I'd really prefer not to have to use Zapdos if I don't have to. Here we go. Maybe I should start out with Yawn. I should probably... Well, I would, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have online play. Just local, wireless. So yes, I would eventually like to trade Dave Jr. Yeah, double checked. No online trading for some Arceus or Forsaken reason. This would have been like the perfect place to implement online trading, at least between friends. At least with some kind of code for the Union Room, but... Game Freak is Game Freak. Tonight's just really not my night, you know? I don't understand. What's different about today? Everyone's dying around me. And I can't even deposit them because the PC system isn't working. I've just got to carry their dead bodies around with me. I'm so upset. Okay. You know, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Everything's going to be fine. You know, now I can just focus on Israel. I can just focus on training Israel up. You know? I don't have to split attention between two Pokemon. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and head up. Avoid the trainers. Avoid the water trainers. Maybe. I wonder how close. I wonder how close I can get. Israel up to the others. Maybe I can get him pretty close. I'm trying to remember when he evolves. I want to say it's kind of late. I don't want to... Is it like 40? Is it like 40 when Rapidash evolves? Give me a second. When does Rapidash evolve? Yeah, level 40. Kinda late compared to some of these other Pokemon. 40. 42. I didn't know it was going to have sheer cold on it. This is what I get for talking about how Spiel was better when battling a trainer with a party full of Seal. This is my fault. I understand that. I shouldn't have disrespected Seal that way. Yeah, 40 is a little bit better, and level 30 is not that far off from it. It's just kind of weird that it's a bit far, and it's a bit high level compared to most other things in this game, actually. I think that's one of the higher level requirements for just a singular evolution. Like, what is this, Unova? Dave Jr. Okay, now let me do this. And watch out. Watch Pikachu pull out something like Big Brick, just out of nowhere. I'm so worked up right now. Ugh. Oh well, just keep trying. Pikachu shouldn't have anything that can threaten Dave Jr. I'm fairly certain about it. I'm fairly certain about that this time. What else is there? Magmar doesn't evolve in this game. The other two evolve with stones, Growlithe and Vulpix. Is there anything else? It might be. That might be the case. Flareon evolves with a stone. Yeah. Water types were all over the place, but fire type was a little bit rare in the first game. So that might be the only one that evolves. Besides Charmander. Lemonade. I don't know what's a funnier thought, that is just stopping to take a drink break in the middle of battle, or I'm just opening up the lemonade and pouring it out right over top of Ponyta. I guess the first one is a nicer option, but the second one is funnier. Stomp. Sweaty. I guess it is pretty hot out here. It is a volcano. Well, you know, now I'm curious. Let me check. Fire. And actually, can I search by... Nope. Can't sort it that way. Type mode. There we go. That's what I need. Oh, it's only going to sort it by things I've caught, not by things I've seen. Ah. Well, that was a good idea. Yeah, Vulpix Stone. Ponyta level. So yeah, that might have been the only other thing. Flareon level. Huh. Weird. Moltres doesn't evolve. Magmar doesn't evolve. Huh. Level 34. Yeah, thought I remembered Slugma being here somewhere. It's in that game with like the little steamy spouts in the ground, I think. But I don't think that's until post-game, after you've done the thing to unlock the national decks. They sure just don't hand over the... They don't just hand over the national decks in this game in particular. They really make you work for it here. Fetch quests. Or do they just give you the national decks and then they just make you work to trade with Ruby and Sapphire? That might have been it. I'm really hoping they'll end up releasing Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. I think people... I think data mining of these games showed code for those... Showed code for the Hoenn games. My favorite region, despite its flaws. But you know, that would be just like Game Freak to only release these and just leave it there and never touch the others. I can see that happening and that makes me sad. Okay, Fire Blast. Poison Sting. Let's try Fire Spin. I didn't think that would be enough. I was hoping it would be. I might should have started with that. Try again. There we go. Level 31. Good, good. I'll take every little bit. Do I want you to learn Takedown? Not really. I'm not risking it. Sand Slash. Sand Slash shouldn't have any ground type moves. So Dave Jr. should be safe. Because Spore Sand Slash does not have any ground type moves. I miss the dungeon crawliness of the earlier games. It's kind of lost in later ones. I'd say... It started declining somewhat after 4th gen, but... I really can't remember any particular major dungeons once it hit 3D. I miss being able to explore areas like that. It always felt so good, you know? Having to divert... I can't speak tonight either. I mean, I usually can't, but tonight it feels worse. Having to traverse areas like Dark Cave without a map, without lights. Just stumbling through all on your own. The built character. I've never actually played Conquest. I know everyone that did play it loved it. Pretty much. Everyone seems to remember it fondly anyway. I've never actually played though. I'll have to try it at some point. Personally, I really want another mystery dungeon game. Either a new one or... I'd also take an Explorers DX. I'd also take that. That would also be very acceptable. I loved Explorers so much. And I'd really like an easier way to play it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bite me! Huh. You're a battle girl. Crush girl. And somehow more intimidating. And you will not be staying out. I'll be switching out for Rodam. Yep. Definitely good I switched out. Drill peck. So many lives lost tonight. I'm not risking a trail. Level 51. What else would I like? Another Poke Park game would be fun. Those were always a silly good time. I'm really hoping Pokopia doing so well ushers us into a new golden age of Pokemon spin-offs. Because let's be honest, the Pokemon spin-offs were usually some of the best games. I'm really into virtual pets, so I'd also like another Hey You Pikachu or Pokemon channel game. I'd really like another one of those. But I might be a little bit biased in that regard. I wouldn't mind seeing a new Pokemon game that isn't Pokemon Dash. Or a new Pokemon racing game that isn't Pokemon Dash. I think it's a fun idea, just Pokemon Dash was... It suffered by being a really early DS game. Sometimes it's better not to force... Sometimes it's better not to force touchscreen controls into everything. Oh yeah. Another TCG game would be fun. I'm still shocked and horrified that we never got one of those on the 3DS. Immersive cards with the 3D effect on. Chef's kiss. That would have been absolutely amazing. I still lament the loss of that 3D gimmick. That was wonderful. But yeah, the only one we ever got officially in English was the first card game on the Game Boy Color. Then Japan got a second one. The US never got that one. I think that was a Japan exclusive. And then... Yeah, oddly enough, I think that's all we've gotten. And then we've currently got the live game and the pocket game. Oh yeah, the Dancing Clefairies. From the 4th gen slots. Well, due to ESRB updates and whatever the equivalent is in other countries, I'm probably not getting slots again. It was fun while it lasted. But yeah, the one with the Clefairies really was the best. I liked how results would change based on whether you got a regular Clefairy, a shiny Clefairy, or a Ditto pretending to be a Clefairy. But yeah, that one was the easiest to change. I know their gen had a system for chaining stuff, but I don't particularly remember those slots being great. And then, I enjoyed the roulette tables, though. I enjoyed those. They weren't anything particularly special, but once again, I just really enjoyed the sound effects. And I liked the card flip tables from 2nd gen. But that had less to do with actually enjoying the game and more to do with liking They had... I like the cute, tiny Pokemon sprites on the cards. Switch you out. Do I switch you out? I feel like something bad's going to happen if I don't. Thunder. Yeah. There we go. More Turtle. Huh. An actual water type. Okay. I mean, I mean, the others were water types too. Where was I going with that? A pure water type, not a water ice type. There we go. I think that's where my brain was going. See if I can't hit with the thunder again. Yeah. Go and heal up next. Fire Blast suffers from only having 5 points of use. Wait a second. Hot spring. I completely forgot about the hot spring. Oh well. It'll be okay. That's the whole reason they put the hot spring there, so you wouldn't have to do this. Yeah. An antagonist Pokemon would be good. I think that's... Has that actually happened? I'm trying to think. 4, 5, 6... I guess the closest we've gotten was Sword and Shield. Kind of. With implications that Eternius may have been kinda somewhat inflicting mind control on people, steering them towards letting it out. Or maybe that's me compensating because the end of that game made no sense at all and I hated it. I didn't necessarily hate the whole experience, just the ending. Those games were so very unfinished. I guess in the loosest sense of it, you could consider the opposite Koraidon or Miraidon an antagonist, considering they kill the real professor and set off all these horrible events that you've got to fix. Then again, there are also implications here that you kind of end up creating a time loop and giving the professor the book that sets them on the path of getting into Area Zero and stuff in the first place, so maybe you're the real villain here all along. Other than that, yeah. I guess there haven't really been any particular Pokemon antagonists. Which is weird, because that's usually the case in the movies and stuff. Maybe I better switch you out. Yeah, I guess the closest that we've come has been the Mystery Dungeon games. Maybe Poke Park. I can't really remember how those ended, to be honest. I was trying to think of other side games. Yeah, I think the closest we've gotten is in side games when we're already playing as a Pokemon. Let's see, Lemonade. Don't need the lemonade. Close enough. There we go. Here we go. It's a little bit more of a pain to get into than the Pokemon Center, but it's so close. It's just so close. Gotta take advantage of it. Another Crush Girl. Help you out with their training. Sure. I'll do my best anyway. Yeah, I think this should be okay. The Mankey by itself, I'm not too worried about. Should be able to take that out. Spoke too soon. I was about to be real upset. Oh well. Swagger. What a pain. Let me try. I'll try Secret Power. Will it work? Will it work? Yep. Broke through the confusion. Switch out. Here we go. I wonder if this will be enough. I wonder if this will be enough experience for it to level up. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Joe Peck. Yeah, level 33. Getting closer. I wish I could find a rare candy. I wonder if any of these... Is it wrong to teach something that's fainted already? HM. None of them can learn it anyway. Why can you learn Rock Smash? I'm not using a slot. I'm not using a Zapdos slot on Rock Smash though. It already knows Fly. That's good enough. That's good enough. Okay. From here upwards. Just avoid these trainers for now. I don't really feel like dealing with them. Because that's gonna be a definite switch. I'm definitely gonna have to switch out. There we go. Do you know how caves spawn them inside volcanoes? I got an idea. Pokemon Ranger. They got cool outfits. But more importantly, grass types. Finally. Something that shouldn't be too problematic to train against. I'll take it. Gloom. There we go. Critical hit. Good. Finally something that's a little more easy. Can I do it? Third time in a row? 3 times? Yeah. 3 for 3. 1 shot. Just a little bit more. Only problem is that's most uses of Fire Blast used already. I'll just have to go this way. Since nobody can apparently learn Rock Smash. Except Pokemon that have already been filled up on HMs. I don't really want anybody to know more than 1 HM, if I can help it. This isn't 4th gen, where you need like 20 million HMs. Required HMs to make it through the game for some reason. There we go. Self-improvement is a good way. Is a good way to deal with stuff like that. You'll feel better physically anyway. Nice punch. And that's the only move that could potentially be a threat. And that's only if it freezes. Hitmonchan sure ain't got the stats to do damage with it. Hitmonchan. Another one? Yeah, I still don't wanna. I really don't wanna risk it. I've just had such bad luck tonight. I really don't want to risk it. Thunderfly, drill peck. Ow. There we go. Tried to overdo it. Oops. Let's see. What kind of direct hit? Even so. I doubt I'll end up finding a shiny Ponyta up here, but I wouldn't mind it. Shiny Ponyta is one of my favorites. Those blue flames are just too cool. Let's see. Execute. Fire Blast. Huh. That might be the first Fire Blast miss. So of course that was also the last use I had. Fire Spin miss. Come on. Try again. Try again. Why? His moves hadn't been missing up to this point. Up until the point that you got to fight against something that would actually be weak against fire. Why? Come on. You're getting switched up. You're clearly too tired to continue. You're not doing well. And once again, I am not risking it. Drill peck. There we go. It shouldn't have been that hard. That really shouldn't have been that hard. Oh well. I'm glad I used that Master Ball. I'm glad I went ahead and caught Zapdos. I'm glad about that part. This could have been so much worse. I'm having bad luck, so I don't mind using Zapdos. Especially since it basically means sacrificing the Master Ball. Wait, they say there's over... Just thinking about them makes me feel all hot and gooey and... I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy at all. Go ahead and heal up. You know, actually, do I wanna keep going through here? I've got Ember. What? I've got Runaway, so I can go ahead and scope things out. I can do that much at least. See if there's any more trainers up here. I kinda don't think there is, but I could be wrong about that. I'll do my best, though. Hi. Everything's been terrible tonight. I've lost more things tonight than the whole other... How long have I been going? Than the whole other 13 hours of this playthrough combined. I don't know why. Terrible luck. Be it random trainers with sheer cold. Be it a poorly timed future sight. That's fair. I'm not gonna take on Moltres just yet. I've already got Zapdos. And that's only because I went ahead and used the Master Ball on it. Yeah, I suddenly went from having way too many flying types to having no flying types and no electric type in the same battle. Things were going fine up against Sabrina until they suddenly weren't. Oof, that's a lot. No, sorry. No, I had a Charizard, I had a Pidgeot, I had a Jolteon, and suddenly I lost all of them in the same battle. I forgot that Sabrina's Alakazam had Calm Mind. I got one of those off, and then suddenly my Pokemon's bulk was no longer enough to keep up. Yeah, so I kind of had to suddenly replace 3 team members at once with Zapdos. Yeah, this is just gonna lead me up to Moltres. There's no more Pokemon trainers up here to fight. I'm gonna go ahead and head back down. Thank you. That seemed like a good name for Snorlax. Unfortunately, Snorlax and Cloyster are technically no longer with us. I just can't deposit them right now because, I haven't finished the PC shenanigans on this island. Once I'm finished with that, I'll have to deposit them, though. Yeah, it's been a really rough night. It's been a bad night. However, I did manage to get a Ponyta, so I do have a fire type right now. I'm trying to baby it a bit. Till it can evolve into Rapidash. Yeah, I hadn't run into a lot of those so far. It's mostly just been great balls. Yeah, it's a pain. No problem. I think they're buyable at some point, but like super late. Super, super late. Can't quite remember where. Fuchsia. There we go. Yeah. Late game stuff or hard to get to stuff. Let me see. Yeah. After the islands, I should be able to... I'll probably do some extra grinding considering how bad my luck's been. But then after that, I should be able to move on to Giovanni, and that should be my last badge. I was hoping to already be there, but then, you know, I lost, like, 5 Pokemon in one night. And I don't even know why. None of the rest of the game has gone like this. I've been playing for like 15 hours. The previous 13 hours were not like this. Oh well. That's the way the Nuzlocke goes sometimes. Still doesn't work from this island, right? Yeah. I gotta do the whole... Nice. Yeah. Charizard was one of the ones I lost to Sabrina. It's been rough. It hurts a bit. Charizard's one of my favorite starters, so... Great balls and fresh waters. That's fair. I don't do much in Nuzlocke besides the base Nuzlocke rules. I like a little bit of an extra challenge. I like being encouraged to use things I wouldn't normally use, but... I don't like imposing so many rules that it's no longer fun to play. Okay. Yeah, I think these games are pretty fun. 2 tiny mushrooms or 1 big mushroom. Don't have any mushrooms, I don't think. Yeah. Eventually it should upgrade. The more you progress through the islands, the more the shops upgrade, I think. The one shop here upgrades, I think. So you can buy more stuff. I think I can buy lemonades there eventually, which is way more convenient than buying them one at a time at a vending machine. Well. Yeah. I have to... Oh yeah, I forgot about the whole biker gang thing. That's okay. This is 2 Island. Yeah, I've still got the Thief TM. I'll have to teach something Thief at some point. Because that's a lot faster than trying to... catch him. Just stealing it. I can't utilize this house. She would have taught Charizard Blast Burn. Oddish. No. No, only the starters are capable of learning the special moves there. Yeah, that's okay. There's so many games and so many versions of Kanto, it's hard to hold everything in your head. Okay, healed up. Time to move on to 3 Island. Gotta go rescue a small child from a hypno. Oops. Clicked too fast. Oh well, animations are snappy here. Not that much is lost. Here we go. Mm-mm. Oh, wow. That is true. I could really use something fully evolved and relatively high level right now. Here we go. Here we go. Level 30. Okay. I can work with that. I can work with that. I can work with anything at this point. Anything I don't have to grind up from base level. Plus, Hypno's not a bad Pokemon. His biggest fault is that it's really slow. I can go ahead and grab that Psychic TM from Mr. Psychic and Saffron. I hadn't done that yet. I hadn't grabbed that yet. Yeah, I want to make something out of it. Let's see. Biker Goon. Not even a name. That's unfortunate. Yeah. That's why I liked having Snorlax. I like being able to put things to sleep. It made things a little bit easier. Yeah, I would have thought there would have been more people playing these games. On the other hand, maybe it's because I only end up playing a couple nights a week. Then I'm just behind, and everyone else is already finished. Oh well. No. Nope, not gonna let that continue. You are switching back out? Will I switch out? Dave Jr. That's another strategy. Zephyr. Okay, okay. Vileplume still got Stun Spore, so I'd prefer not to send it out against a Hypno if at all possible. Then again, I don't think Hypno should have anything like Psychic yet, so it'll probably be fine. Yeah, that makes it more difficult. But even these games, they're still locked to local play instead of online play. I wish they had online play. It seems like it would have been the perfect place to implement it. Even if it was like through passcodes and stuff. In the Union Room. It seems like it would have been a really good place to do that. Oh well. Coughing. Dave Jr. Yeah, that's fair. Why did I... That's... Levitate. I knew it had Levitate and I did that anyway. Oh well. Nothing a Scott should be... Hold on. I'm gonna fix this. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. If you just remove it outright, it prevents it from breaking anything else. This is good for experience, at least. It's kind of the same thing with Yokai Watch right now. It's if you did not get the games at release, and you don't happen to have a 3DS, it's really hard to play them. And basically impossible to play them with other people, even though that's how they were intended. No. This is a grammar. This is a grammar. Magnitude will work on a grammar. So it's a little bit tough right now as a Yokai Watch fan. As a Yokai Watch fan in the English-speaking country. And still getting stuff in Japan. Not as much stuff and at a way slower rate, but still. Stuff. Oh well. It is what it is for the time being. I did it again. I moved magnitude and I still did it. No. Nah, I just don't always speak the clearest. No, I'm in an English-speaking country, but Japan has not had a drought of Yokai Watch stuff. They're still releasing stuff over there. They're just not translating it. And I really wish they were. I really wish they were, because I'd like to be able to easily play the games again. Yeah. Once again, this is not my night. This is just not my night. I probably should have switched out. I probably should have seen a self-destruct coming, but... Dave Jr. At some point, I may have to consider not adding anything new to the team and just getting extra experience for the things I've already got. Just trying to overlevel the things I've currently got a little bit. This is rough. Yeah, I'll be honest, I always forget in the newer games that poison no longer does damage when you're walking around. It's no longer quite the threat it once was. I do think they brought it back in, Legends of Arceus, though, didn't they? I think so. It's currently just after 1 in the morning for me. Yeah, it's pretty late for me. Hold on, before I take... Okay. Plenty of HP left. Plenty of HP left. Oh, this has been a rough night. This has been a rough night for Nuzlocke. Okay. Crammed full of Pokemon books. Yeah, late night is just the best time for me to play. Okay. Thank goodness, but also this is gonna hurt. This is like everyone from my original team except Zephyr. Gone. This is a bad night. This is a bad night. Okay. I might have to take Aquarion with me. I might have to take that with me just so I can use Surf. Just so I can have something that knows Surf. That's a pain. Missed, Body Slam, Confused, right? Parashon. Get rid of Parashon. No, Switch, actually. This is a Switch version. So, I guess it would be a Game Boy Advance emulator, technically. I think that's how the Switch does it. Yeah. The saving grace for me being able to stream is being able to use a capture card. I'm just basically offloading everything from the PC as much as possible, because I'm running on a laptop, so... we're trying to do too much from the laptop at one time would make it... explode. Or at least make it so I couldn't get the, fans out of the background. Okay. I think the best bet from here is getting Zephyr and Israel to level 40. So Israel will evolve, and Zephyr can just be a level 40, and then trying to train Aquarion up from there. Oh, thank you. That's okay. I understand. I just started. And I don't really do a whole lot of direct advertising outside of streaming right now. I try and keep up with shorts, and I try and make shorts and stuff, but I'm usually kind of behind. But yeah, thank you for the sub. I try and stream 3 or 4 nights a week. I can't always keep a consistent schedule, so I just try and announce it earlier in the day when I'm gonna be able to stream. It's usually on either Saturdays or Sundays, and then I try and do Mondays and Tuesdays. Usually I start around 10 p.m. I'd like to try and make some long-form videos and stuff too at some point. I just kind of have to decide what. Okay, usually I start at 10 and then I finish off somewhere around 1 or 2. I'll probably try and at least finish up the island stuff tonight. So, I'll probably get off around 2 a.m. And then shorts are usually mostly just clips and stuff. Just because that's easiest. Yeah. That's fair. Just be careful. Let's see. Purchase. Can I get escape ropes? Yes. Why did I want escape ropes? That's not right. I wanted repels. Fair enough. It's an important skill to have sometimes. No, no, not escape ropes again. No. A couple more full heals. Some more hyper potions. Okay. Fair enough. Some items you just do build up a lot of. Yeah, it went really long that night. I think that ended up being like a 6-hour stream, or just under 6 hours. I think that was my longest one, but I just got really into it that night. Yeah. Yeah, not in a Nuzlocke. Normally I'd be super excited to find things like revives and max revives, but here I just end up selling them. Yeah, Turtle Freak is my most... words. I can't speak. I get too excited and then my brain and mouth don't want to cooperate. They're my most active sub. And then... I think Red Fox must have finally fallen asleep. I played too late for him to watch usually, but... he watches after the fact. I think you can crossplay on some emulators, but not all of them. I don't know the specifics about each one, though. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if the other one's a lurker or if it's Red Fox. It might be Red Fox, though. If he's still here. Yeah, that's convenient. That's probably the closest way to... That's probably the closest way to feel like you're playing on the original hardware. Come on, I've already had Pidgey. I've already had... Is there anything else new out here? There's gotta be something else out here, right? I don't know. Yeah, that is fair. That is difficult. If you can get haptic feedback on the button pressing on some devices, it does make it feel a little bit better when you're pressing buttons, but... Huh. Pretty good. Yeah, I think I said I don't really play with more than the standard Nuzlocke stuff, but I do use a dupe's clause, so I don't end up reusing the same things over and over. And that's fair. Might be in a further patch of grass. I swear different patches of grass have different encounter rates. I don't feel like diving into the game to prove it, but I'm pretty sure they do. I was hoping I'd encounter something else out here. Something decently high leveled, but it's not looking like stuff I've caught before. Oh well. At least Israel's got runaway, so it's not too difficult. Yeah, I really do think it's just stuff. I'll go ahead and battle these guys over here. What's your favorite Pokemon is? What is it? Clefairy. That's fair. My favorite Pokemon's Oddish. That's why I'm glad I've still got Zephyr. Please, Zephyr. I need you to stay alive. Okay. Good start. Yeah, I went and caught some stuff in there, but unfortunately everything, bad things happened. I managed to catch a Dratini, and it somehow ended up dying. And then nearby, I also ended up catching a horsey, and the same thing happened. I was looking forward to having at least one dragon type eventually on the team. Especially because Dragonite's one of my favorite dragons. Yeah, that's also true. They're pretty tough. And yeah, I don't think I've used any of the moonstones I've gotten so far. $5% Psyduck. Okay, thanks for the heads up. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on then. I don't really need a Psyduck, providing nothing terrible happens to Lapras. Yeah. Let's see. Israel. Fragrance Lady. Perfume Lady, whatever she's called in this game. Aroma Lady. Okay. That was wrong on all counts, but I was pretty close. Fire Blast. Sleep powder. No. Yeah. Yeah. I mashed a button again. I slid my stream deck back a little and I'm gonna try to stop accidentally touching that. Part of why I got this reason was so I would stop doing that. I kept mashing. I would end up accidentally mashing buttons on my laptop and turning my sound off. Oh well. Where's my Pokeflute? Pokeflute, there it is. Here we go. Here we go. Freed from Fire Spin. I wonder if Stomp would be enough. Oh, I got one more Fire Blast. I don't want to use the last Fire Blast yet, though. I'll save that. I'll save that. I'll save it for Ivysaur. Here we go, Fire Blast. There we go, there we go, there we go. One more Ivysaur. Fire Spin. Missed. Critical hit. I kinda don't want to switch. Kinda don't want to have to switch out Israel if I don't have to. I'd prefer Israel to get all the experience possible. I'm so close to level 40. So close to evolving. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. Okay. Okay. I'll try Stomp. It should be more accurate. Might have a... Does Stomp come with a flinch chance? I can't remember. That sleep powder's getting really annoying though. I can keep Poke-Fluting for free, but it's still a pain. Losing a whole turn. Stomp. Okay, one more Stomp should do it. And it'll have been a little bit of a pain, but I wouldn't have had to have switched Israel out. Good, good, good. Here we go. Keep going, keep going. Okay, okay. Getting close, getting close. Okay, that's good, that's good. That's okay. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I totally get that. Okay. Staryu. I'm trying to think if Staryu would have anything. I don't think Staryu would have anything particularly threatening. Flinch, yes. It does have a flinch chance. I remembered that right. There we go. 37, getting close. I really wish I had a rare candy or two right now. Krabby. Okay, Stomp. Stomp! Retaliation. There we go. Good, good, good. Stomp's doing a whole lot here. I forgot the Ponyta's got a pretty good attack stat. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out. I can't handle any more loss tonight. I really can't. Let's see. Giga Drain. Okay, good, good. I think I should just be able to repel my way through the forest. Hopefully I catch that Hypno. I think I should have bought some Ultra Balls, but I should still have plenty of Great Balls left. Yeah, 12 Great Balls, 2 Ultra Balls. Pokeballs. Oops. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Bellsprout. I'll heal up. You'll be the most resistant to it. And have the easiest time taking it out. Of course that happens, of course, of course. That's okay though. Paralyzed means it can't be poisoned. And honestly, I'd rather deal with paralysis. Oof. Here we go. One more Stomp. Come on, just don't get hit with... Paralyzed, can't move. Let me see if I've picked up any more full restores. I don't think... Yeah, I didn't think I had. I think I used my last one. Oh well. lemonade. After the night I've had, I'm not even risking it. Stop. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm paralyzed again. It'll be okay. 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 There we go. You're so close to level 40. 666. Surely that's not a bad sign. But I still got a bad feeling, so... Switching out. Switching out. That has been such a rough night. That's been such a rough night. So many... Yeah, Saffron's the only one of the... I started with a full party, and now Zephyr... Vileplume's the only one that's left. Everyone else is new. Everyone else was caught tonight. It's a bad time. That's okay. The horrors persist, but so do I. Okay. We'll heal. No, wait, go back, go back, go back. Go ahead and use this paralyzed heal while I've got it. Huh. Okay. Well, do I skip you? I can send Zephyr out for some training. Can't swim without your float ring. Safety first, I guess. But if you've got water-type Pokemon, you should be okay, right? They should be able to protect you from the water, right? Well, Poliwag's not such a strong swimmer, is it? But do you have Poliwhirl? Do you have Poliwhirl and or Poliwrath? Yeah, then you should be fine in the water either way, right? It does seem that way. I wonder if this will be enough experience for Zephyr to go up a level. It might. It might. Between the two of them. I'm assuming it's another Poliwhirl left anyway. Oh, just one of them was enough. Okay, I'll take it. And it's a Poliwag. That's okay. Got to level 38 and that's what matters. I'm not looking to the grind prior to the Elite Four. This team's really gonna need it though. I don't even know if it's gonna be a full team by the time I get to the Elite Four. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if it would be better just to invest the extra experience in the ones that are still around. I may have to make a coverage chart of what I've got. And what the Elite Four members have. And see what I can do. See what I can scrape together and see what I can stand to grind out. Berry Forest. Welcome to Berry Forest. Be friendly and share. Max Repel. There we go. Here we go. Up here. Around. Over here. Huh. Not having any luck with any of these berry spots. I guess so. There we go. One berry, finally. Not one I can actually use, though. Oh yeah, I forgot these were the games. These and... Did it start here, or did it start in Ruby and Sapphire? I can't remember. I really like being able to hear words. Once again, words. I really like being able to hear the Pokemon cries in the background sometimes. I just like that little touch it adds. Ew. Made you scared. What is it? I'm asking that like I don't already know. Huh. Female Hypno. Start with a stun spore. It's just a Hypno, so it should be okay. It shouldn't have Psychic or anything at this level. So then it should be good to switch out. Yeah, confusion. Probably best I did switch out. Double team. Confusion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure something's got sheer cold. Maybe multiple somethings. I might just have to grind up until I'm at least higher level than her Pokemon. To avoid risking that. I can't do that again. I can't just take over another random sheer cold and lose someone like that. Horrific. Now let's see if I can't catch you. I still don't think I caught Drowsy already. Pretty sure I didn't. Oh well, I can always check when I get back. Since the PCs are working now. How to just... Oh, wait. I can try an Ultra Ball. Let me try that. There we go, there we go, there we go. Hypno was caught. That went more smoothly. Oh. I did have a Drowsy already, didn't I? Oh well. I'll get that sorted when I get back. Okay. Oh, that's one little thing solved. Ah, I did already have a Drowsy. Oops. Oh well. Yeah. Let me give this to you before I walk out and forget. The Moonstone. Do I have anything that evolves via Moonstone? Let me check on that, actually. No, it appears I currently do not. That was always so fidgety. I could never get the wireless adapter to work with this correctly. The jump rope game would work fine, but for some reason the Dotrio game never wanted to work. Maybe now's a chance to redeem things. And actually get to try the berry picking game. I don't even care if it's mid at this point. I just want to try it. Okay. Time to go back to one island and get all this stuff solved. One island. Okay, Bill. I did your little delivery quest. The stuff appears to be fixed. Now what? What took me so long? You sent me on a whole job that spiraled out of control. Bill is one amazing guy. No, there was almost nothing left for me to do. I have to hand it to you. You've learned a lot. Oh, really? Oh, there you have it. I'm finished with the job. We should head back to Kanto. I'll be seeing you again. I'm really sorry that we sent you all home today. And you're just gonna push me back without... I don't get a choice in this. Yeah, I'll go back at some point. But not till I get that Sevi pass. Okay. Okay. What has that left me with? I'm going to see if I can't at least get Israel to evolve before calling it a night. I think the best place to go is going to be the top of the cycling road. I think that's going to be the best spot. Because it's got that bunch of bikers that are all squished together. So, wait, did I grabbed the first secret, right? Okay, I did. And have I actually battled everybody out here? Okay. Oh. Nope, I did miss someone. Okay. This is a good bunch because they've already got evolved Pokemon and they're decently high level. So they should be worth a good chunk of experience. Providing they don't explode. Please don't explode. Stomp. There we go. Okay. First seeker. Oh, 4 of them want to rebattle. Nice. The one I just beat up wants to battle again. I don't think it's gonna go that much better for you this time. I don't think much is gonna change, but if I can get plenty of experience out of it, it's okay. Level 38. Agility. No. No, I think I'd rather you have Double Tamer. Fire Blast. Here we go. Yeah, these guys... Do I wanna leave Ponytail for this one? I don't know. I'm just still kind of worried that it's going to blow up. What's your defense like? Not the greatest. I'm not getting a chance to... Zapdos is gonna... Zapdos will tank it the best in the event it does blow up, since I don't have Dave Jr. for that anymore. Sludge is still a pain, though. It hits hard, and it poisons a lot of the time. At least a decent amount of the time. Let's see. Okay, Sludge. Not too much damage. Chopeck. Okay. Huh. Getting close to level 52 as well. I guess that's what happens when it's got to take so much of the heat for everyone else. It's the only thing I can trust to survive. Paralyzed Hill isn't gonna do anything against poisoning. There we go. Okay. 2 left. 2 left, and then I'll have to recharge the Seeker. And then do this all over again, rinse and repeat, until someone evolves. Come on, Israel. It's only got 5 points to use the move. You can't be missing. You can't be missing with an accuracy. %. 85 accuracy. That's not bad. That's really not bad. That's really not so bad, to be honest. But you know what they say, if it's not 100% accuracy, it's 50% accuracy. That's how it feels anyway. Even if technically that's really not how things work at all. That's definitely how it feels. Yeah, I'd at least like to get... Ow. I'd at least like to get Israel to evolve before calling it a night, so I'm in a good spot for tomorrow. Okay. Stop. There's the Mankey. Mankeys are fragile. 39, nice. So I'm pretty sure there should be more trainers on Cycling Road that I hadn't battled yet. I might go heal up, then just ride down. I might heal up, then just ride down the road and battle. I'm pretty sure there's some outside of the road on the bottom half that I hadn't battled yet. I might do that just to help me clear out. Just to help me clear out ones I hadn't battled. And so I don't have to keep constantly charging up the Seeker. And for a little bit of a change of scenery. Heal back to perfect health. Yeah, I'm strongly considering, trying Nexamon Extinction after this. It's got its problems. The battles are a little bit rubber bandy, and the movesets in that game kind of suffer from what the original first-gen Pokemon suffered from, in that monsters only tend to learn moves of their type, or the equivalent of the normal type. But I really enjoyed what I played. And there were a whole lot of monsters to choose from. And a lot of them pretty good designs too. So I think it's something worth going back and trying to finish. I know it's got... I'm pretty sure it's got a built-in Nuzlocke mode that you can choose from. You might have to... I can't remember if you've got to beat the game once to be able to access that in like a new game plus. I don't think I'd do that. I feel like from what I remember of playing that game, I know it got some balancing updates. At some point after I stopped, I think. But I still think that would be a kind of brutal game. To attempt that. And I'm not up for that. I want to catch all the cute critters. Anything that's fun or anything that's interesting. Watch out for discarded items. Once again, I don't have the item finder. All Pokemon are unique. Press the B button to stay in place in a slope. Yep, already doing that. Don't think I battled you yet. No. That animal's pretty good, thanks. Wheezing. Level 29. Should be okay. Shouldn't be able to explode. And I've got some Fire Blast left. Good. There we go, there we go, there we go. Muck. I'd like to make some long form videos, but I'd kind of like to... I'd like it to be more than just like cut down VODs. Like, I think that is one potential thing to do. But I'd like to think of some ideas that are more than that. I'm just having a hard time thinking of what might fit on the channel exactly. What exactly I'd like to do. Better heal up that poison before that becomes a problem. I would be so disappointed to lose a trial to poison. Getting closer. Getting friendlier. I'd really like to play Digimon Time Strangers, but unless that comes to Switch, that's definitely not something I'm gonna be able to do on stream. That would definitely cause my laptop to explode. Playing it would be fine, but there's definitely no way I could stream it at the same time. Golduck for Lickitung. Sounds like a pretty good deal, but I don't have a Golduck. Pallet Town is in the west. Yeah, that might be. That might be. Do I have anything that can learn that? Give me a second, give me a second. Let me see. Soup. Red. Fire. Let me see if I've got anything that could utilize that. Gen 3. Not a terrible idea. Stomp. Just Eradicate and Rattata. If worst comes to worst, it's not a terrible idea. I will keep that in mind. Especially once I hit Dragonite. I'll be honest, I'm more concerned about the Dragonite than I am about Gary's Pokemon. Or Green. Did I call him Green? I think I named him Green. Yes! Finally. Something good. Something good to come out of all of this. That's pretty good. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I enjoy Smeargle. I wish its stats were higher, but it does have a really fun gimmick. And a really cool aesthetic. Fury Attack. Do I want you to learn Fury Attack? How damagey is that? Definitely not. Not for 85 accuracy. It'd have to hit at least 4 times to almost be as good. It'd have to hit all 5 times to be stronger. And it's not gonna have the flinch chance, and it's a lower accuracy. That's not happening. Okay, next I'm gonna get Zephyr up. Then I'll work on Aquarion, then... I don't know. I'll figure things out after that. Oh well. Lapras isn't such a bad Pokemon. Lapras is a pretty good ice water Pokemon. You know. Let me look at this now. Let me look at this. Yeah, that's leaf green, isn't it? But what about Staryu? Is Staryu also leaf green? Or is Staryu just... I was hoping it would have its area listed as the islands, but I'm pretty sure it was Shoulder versus Staryu, wasn't it? You're in the Seafoam Islands. You're all over. You're still nearly extinct, so there's only one of you. Oh well. I think that's about the best possible place I could be in right now. Well, I'm about to hop off. I'll play again some more tomorrow night, though. Around the same time, starting around 10. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming to watch. Thank you, Turtle Freak. Thank you, new subscriber. I'm not entirely sure how I should print stuff. DCG print stuff. Thank you, print stuff. And thank you, Red Fox, if you're still here. And anyone else, if you're lurking or you checked me out or you listened in at all. Thank you. Anyway, I'm actually tired now. I'm gonna go to bed. Double open saving because I'm paranoid. Good night. Good night.